Hi, my name is Charles McNamara of Paragon-Wealth Management. Today we're going to talk about how do we make stock selections and overall security selections in your portfolio. So when someone asks us, how do you decide what stocks go in my portfolio? They probably don't just want a short answer, they want to know the details. So they want to know the engine and the parts that power their financial life and their financial plan. So let's pull back the curtain a little bit and see what's going on. First, before we touch and go into, screening the stocks and going into all the reports, the first thing we do is we look at your timeline, your goal, your tax situation, and then your tolerance for risk. And yes, even how you feel about the markets and the dips in the market. Whenever you're 5 years from retirement, fresh off a life change, a business owner juggling a lot of different plates, we build your investment strategy around your life, not someone else's portfolio. So that's the first thing we do. Second thing that we do is we look into your asset allocation, and basically that's a balance between stocks, bonds, and other investment classes. And that's the single best driver of long-term performance, your asset allocation. Not the hot stock of the week, it's really your asset allocation. Also not market timing. We're smart about it, and we personalize the mix to your portfolio. So kind of like a well-balanced meal with room for a little of, maybe a little wine or a little sugar here and there. We have to make that balance. So the next step is basically we take a look at the purposeful sector and style exposure. So what are each styles and sectors? How are they going to perform where we are in the market cycle? So from there, we dive deeper. Instead of chasing headlines or meme stocks, we look across sectors and styles like healthcare, growth or value, so on and so forth. Our 2025 market outlook has been paying us dividends. And the reason why, because we've been paying attention to sectors that, and riding some of the trends like AI productivity, supply shifts, things of that nature. We're not trying to predict the future, we're trying to prepare for the future. Next, we're going to talk about diversify. I call it diversify or bust. So what that means is we don't bet the farm on one stock, one sector, or one geography concentration. It might feel a little bit comfortable to do that because you see, maybe your employer stock is doing fantastic, but we're here to protect you from single points of failure. That's probably one of the more important things. So as we like to say, enjoy the portfolio. If you enjoy a stock or two, we'll put them in there, but the diversification, you hear it all the time, that usually works best. So as far as research, this is where our inner kind of nerd shines. We do have a full-time portfolio manager, Ricardo Ferreira, and we use fundamental valuation analysis. And we look at competitive positioning of the companies, leadership, even regulatory risk. Every pick must align with your financial plan and basically the broader view of the economy. If a stock doesn't pass our checklist, it doesn't get put in the mix. And then finally, yes, we do pick stocks for your portfolio. Not a lot of advisors do that anymore. They sub that out. But we do this with disciplined data and a plan that's designed around you. If you ever wonder why a stock made it into your portfolio or didn't make it, we're happy to explain. And we can have a conversation about it. If there's a stock that you maybe want to put in your portfolio, we're also happy to have a conversation about that. If you need help reviewing your portfolio, reach out to us by email, phone 215-348-3176. But Paragon Wealth is here to help you.